Hey, how you doing? My name is Duran. I'm about to change your whole perspective on how you gonna find you hear what I said, your product to make you wealthy. Okay. Now, first thing you want to start off with is making sure you understand your market. Okay. If you don't understand your market, how you gonna know a product to sell? You don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to get the wheel and keep it rolling. Okay. Now, this is where we want to start at. We want to start right here, is in know your market. Okay. That's number one. You want to know your market. The reason why you want to know your market is that way you can figure out what is other people problem, what's going on, what is other people willing to buy. People work hard for their money. Where are they willing to spend it on which problem, right? So it's number two. What is the problem? What's the problem? This gonna sound crazy when I say it, but trust and believe, okay? Every problem is a product, okay? I'm gonna say it again. Every problem is a product, okay? What do I mean by that? If somebody got a problem, you could turn that into a product, okay? That problem need to be solved. If you come up with the solution to that problem, it becomes a product or a service. Okay. So when you look at this, when you look at the problem, first thing you want to see, jump straight here. So it's going to be market, problem, and then problem, market. Now you create the product. You create the product. When you create that product to solve their problem in that market, now we're talking. Now, let's say if there was a whale already in the market, right? It's already a giant within the market you chose. How can you fit your way in there? It's big whales in the sea. Just got to get in where you can fit in, right? So the first thing you want to do is piggyback off what they're selling. And what I mean by that, don't try to come up with a new iPhone. Steve Jobs got Apple on lock. Okay. Everybody know, don't try to come up with an iPhone. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Piggyback off of it. Instead of creating a new iPhone, how about create some cell phone case? How about create some cell phone cases to that iPhone? Maybe some brand new, different type of screen protectors, right? Maybe something, some type of accessory to go to that iPhone. What is people complaining about the iPhone? Okay. What is their complaints? There got to be some type of complaints. What's going on when you drop it? Do the screen crack? How many times do they got to buy a phone a year? Like there's all type of problems that people is having, even though it's one of the top selling products. Every product, there got to be a problem that come with it. Figure that out, then you can solve that, right? But what we don't want to do is get into a sales war. Okay. And what do that mean? A race to the bottom. Okay. So we don't want to get into a sales war with nobody. Cause what is that going to call? A race to the bottom. Okay. Prices go from $10, $10.99. That's what you see their product at. And then when you see that, you be like, well, you know what? I need to sell my product. So if people is buying $10.99 products, let me drop mine down to $8.99. Now, are you making money or losing money? Because is this customer really your customer? Okay, so what we want to do is making sure we know not to get into a sales war and race to the bottom, right? So what we want to do is when we see their price dropping, okay, what we want to do is take our price. We're not going to race to the bottom with it. We just going to do add-ons, okay? How can I turn this $8.99, forget all that. This $10.99, forget all that, because he ain't doing nothing but dropping his price. If you race them, it's going to be a race to the bottom. So what we want to do is figure out what we can add to it. So if you got a cell phone, right, add a case, add a screen protector, right? Add a screen protector, right? What else can you add? You can add do the cell phone, add a screen protector, add a case. Those are the add-ons you can do to take it to the whole nother level. Instead of your price being $10.99, $8.99, make yours $25.99. You don't want to get the cheap customers because the cheap customers is always going to be the ones looking for the cheapest price. Those are not your value customers, okay? Your customers is going to know your product is good. What you selling really makes sense because they know you will look out for them in the long run. So somebody that's selling cheap stuff don't always mean it's going to be the best fit for them, okay? Making sure you know your market, okay? What is the problem within that market, okay? Every problem is a product. Don't get into no sales war because that's nothing but a race to the bottom. Figure out how you can make it more valuable to add to it. Figure out how you can make it more valuable for the customer. And then when you do, the customer know you are the best at what you do and you really, really, really love helping them. That's why they know you are a value to them. Okay. Again, this is Duran Peoples. Hope this helps. Okay. A lot more videos will be dropped. I will be dropping a lot more videos about sales. You want to master it. But first and foremost, thank God for everything we do, because without him, it wouldn't be us. Okay. This is Sales Bowl. Okay. This is where sellers become champion through kingdom mentality. All right. To the next video. See you later. Peace.